This is the Verde Salsa reading for Energy Day 6. If you do not have the Verde Salsa reading, please get the Verde Salsa reading or switch recordings. Okay, you can pause or rewind this video at any time. This is just a reminder. So let's get started. Put your name, class, and date at the top and follow along. Verde Salsa. Sunny Science. Build a pizza box solar oven. Have you ever cooked outside? Maybe you went to a fun family barbecue, or perhaps you have heated something up over a campfire. During summer, it's fun to cook outdoors. You can do this by burning wood, charcoal, or gas. There is another way to cook outside too. You can use the sun's power. It is possible to cook food using solar energy. You just need a solar oven. A solar oven is easy to make. Background. The sun's energy reaches us as light and heat. Solar ovens use this energy to cook food. How does it work? There's a simple answer. A solar oven is designed to hold more heat than it releases. That allows the inside to heat up. You are going to make a solar oven. The body of the oven is a pizza box. You will also need aluminum foil, plastic wrap, and a sheet of black paper. The aluminum foil reflects sunlight into the solar oven. The plastic wrap holds the heat and doesn't let it escape. At the bottom of the box, you can place black paper. It absorbs sunlight. As it absorbs this energy, it will warm up. This will heat food placed on top of it. Questions. We have a little diagram of the solar oven that was described, and you have to fill in the forms of energy. So the first object is the sun. Form of energy. Circle 1. Thermal energy or magnetic energy. Object. S'mores. The s'mores are the food inside. Forms of energy. Circle 2. Thermal energy, gravitational energy, or chemical energy. And the last object is you. You're going to eat the s'mores. Do you have gravitational energy, mechanical energy, or thermal energy? Circle 2. Now we're going to describe how energy transfers from one form to another. Fill in the blanks. Okay, the energy from the blank goes into the pizza box solar oven. Where does the energy start? This energy turns into blank energy when everything heats up. Then the s'mores have blank energy and blank energy. When you eat, the s'mores give you blank energy because it's food. Please fill in the blanks. Next page. Build a rubber band powered car. Make sure you're following along. I should be reading and you should be reading too. Energy makes things move. There are different kinds of energy. Pull on a rubber band. It stores elastic potential energy. This is stored energy. It happens because the rubber band changed shape. It is stretched out now. Let the rubber band fly. Potential energy changes into kinetic energy. That is energy that things have while moving. You can put your rubber band on a simple machine. It's called a wheel and axle. It holds wheels onto a car. Your cars will use a rubber band for energy. The rubber band winds around the car axle. This stores potential energy. The car moves when the band unwinds. The car moves forward. This is when stored energy changes to kinetic energy. Winding the rubber band tighter stores more energy. This lets the car move farther and faster when let go. What can keep your car from working? Say the wheels are not lined up. The car will not roll smoothly. The rubber band can slip. Then the wheels won't turn. Maybe The wheels slid. They turn in place. Then the car won't move. These are all problems you can fix. Questions. Fill in the forms of energy. The first object is you, so your forms of energy, circle 1. Magnetic energy, gravitational energy, mechanical energy. Choose the one that's going to be relevant here. The next object is a rubber band. Forms of energy, circle 1. A, elastic energy, B, nuclear energy, or C, chemical energy. What form of energy does a rubber band have? And the last one, wheels are moving. Form of energy, circle 1. Nuclear energy, chemical energy, mechanical energy. Circle one of those 3. Okay, and 2. Describe how energy transfers from one form to another. Fill in the blanks. You have blank energy because you have moving parts. Your arm moves to stretch out the blank. And this should be 2 words. What are you stretching out? The rubber band now has blank energy. The rubber band releases. The rubber band's potential energy turns into kinetic energy. Now the car has blank energy because it has moving parts. Energy was not created or blank. Now energy was not created or blank. That's a definition. It should be up on the board. Next page. How to build a Rube Goldberg machine. Make sure you're following along. I should be reading, you should be reading. Rube Goldberg, 1883 to 1970, was a scientist. Yet he is most famous for his cartoons. His cartoons made fun of big machines made for one easy job. It might be turning on a light, or it could be cooking an egg. A Rube Goldberg machine is made of chain reactions. One step causes the next to happen. Do you want to build a Rube Goldberg machine? You will need patience. You will also need to think differently. No two machines are the same. Still, many creators build off of other people's ideas. They may link those ideas in new ways. Do you want to build a Rube Goldberg machine? Decide what job your machine will do. Keep it simple. Maybe it will open a door. It could turn on a light. It could even pour cereal into a bowl. Questions. Now we have our own little Rube Goldberg machine here that's going to unlock a door with some fire, a little mini hot air balloon, a spinning wheel, a ramp, a tiny magnet, and then a super magnet. Then you see the lock in the middle. I'm going to read the description below. In this example, a fire is started. The fire heats the hot air balloon, which begins to float. The hot air balloon knocks the spinning wheel down the ramp. The spinning wheel then pushes the tiny magnet into the super magnet. The super magnet pulls the tiny magnet to unlock the door. Fill in the forms of energy. So you're going to have to use the posters in the room to fill in these forms of energy. It's not multiple choice this time. The first object is fire. What forms of energy does fire have? Write them on the line. The next object is a hot air balloon. Hot air balloons use hot air to fly. What forms of energy does a hot air balloon have? The third object is the spinning wheel. What forms of energy does a spinning wheel have? Next object on the next page is the ramp. What forms of energy does the ramp have? Remember, ask yourself the questions on the posters. The next object is a tiny magnet. And the last object is the door lock. Make sure you're filling out the forms of energy. You should have at least one written for each object. Describe how energy transfers from one form to another. Okay, we're going to fill in the blank here. The blank has thermal energy because it is hot. Go back to the objects. We're starting out at the very beginning of the energy transformations. So what's the first object? And does it have thermal energy because it's hot? That's probably the answer. Okay, the blank has thermal energy because it is hot. It gives its thermal energy to the blank, blank, blank. Then the hot air balloon gives its energy to the blank, blank. The spinning wheel has blank energy because it has moving parts. That energy goes to the ramp. Then the energy is given to the blank, blank. That energy is given to the door lock. The door lock has blank energy now because it has moving parts. Draw your own Rube Goldberg machine. And the last question is, describe how energy transfers from one form to another in your machine. That is the end of the recording.